Keller ISD Education Foundation was started in 2005 by a group of parents, and our mission is to promote, fund, and support educational excellence, creativity, and innovation in Keller ISD. I'd like to sum all that up by saying we really help the district dream big.
Great. So the mission drives how the money is raised and spent, right?
That is correct. So the district and the kids are our mission. So all of our fundraising activities, all of our programs, and everything that we do is really about putting money, energy, and support back into Keller ISD.
So one way you give money to our teachers, we kind of do a celebratory method of doing that. It's not just you get an email and click on a link and claim your money. We actually do something called Grant Patrol. So can you explain what Grant Patrol is?
Sure. Yeah, and it just would be absolutely too much like for us to just do an email. How
Right.
boring would that be? I mean, come on.
Boring.
So what Grant Patrol is that we spend the whole time, all the month of December, while the teachers are out on break and getting ready for exams, we do the big mock check, think prize patrol. We get balloons, we get 30 members of the community as well as district leadership, and we get a drum line. And so the teachers and the educators who get grants, they learn that they've won their grants when we kind of disrupt their classroom
Show up
with
at the room.
30 screaming people and a drum line.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how much did you give this year?
This year we gave just under $100,000. So it's our goal to spend absolutely every penny
Right.
in the budget.
So that's on Grant Patrol, $100,000. That's a big number. So that's all Education Foundation can do, right? I mean, that's the only thing that you guys tackle.
Oh no, we've got a lot of fun programs. This year we just launched the Professional Development Scholarship. So that is money that allows any staff member in Keller ISD, like let's say someone wants to get some help earning a bachelor's degree, an associate's degree, a certification. So we do that program. We have another program called the AP Scholarship Program, and this one is just so incredible because it started with some students. They were doing all of the work, taking advanced placement classes, and when it came time to take the test, they went to the teacher and they were like, "Miss, we just can't afford it."
Right.
Because most people don't know to take those, it's not free, it's $94 a test. So if you are in 3 to 5 AP classes, that can really add up. And so the teacher was racking her brains about what to do. And so she came to district administrators, and then the administration came to the foundation. And 30 days later, we had a $100,000 program that gives scholarships to students to help them take those tests. And, I remember right after we announced it last year, the teacher invited me back to the classroom. And, the students are learning life skills, right? And so everybody stood at the door and they were like shaking hands and they were like, "Hello, I am such and such and I am in this grade." And there was a young lady and she stopped in front of me and she said, "Hey, can I hug you?" And I'm like, "Well, sure, I'm from Texas. Why not?" Like, we're huggers. And she said, "You're my hero." And I said, "This isn't about me. This is about you."
Right.
And she says, "Yeah, but you really are the hero because not all heroes wear capes. Like, thank you for believing in me." And like hugged me again. And I was just like, "Oh, I'm done."
Yeah.
Like, I need more money so that I can give even more because for the students, it was, we are funding hope and a belief. And so many of them said, "We stopped believing in ourselves, but because you believe in us to invest this much money, we believe in ourselves again." And, the positive and the even greater thing about that story is 781 students got that first scholarship. Over half of them passed, and that's going to save them $1.6 million in college tuition.